Hi, I'm Lena, and I'm really excited to introduce you to Caitlyn today. Now, I know that you would have seen Caitlyn across the website in our campaign imagery. We've just newly met Caitlyn, and we're falling in love with her. She's such a beautiful lady. Now, Caitlyn is 176 centimetres tall, and Caitlyn's a true pear. Now, she's got a size 18 bust, size 18 waist, and then she's falling into the size 20 in her hip line. Now, that's the indicated there with the pear, where you've got your hip measurement is bigger than your waist or your bust measurement as well. As you can imagine, that's falling into that pear shape. Now, we're going to get Caitlyn in a few different dresses for you today so that you can kind of start to navigate your way around dresses, especially if you're a pear. Now, I want you to really focus on proportion. Don't worry about whether you're a size 8 or a size 16 or an 18 or a 24. It's about that proportion. If you can relate to that same proportion with Caitlyn, then this is going to be a great insight for the styles that may suit you. So come on in, Caitlyn. Now, we've got Caitlyn in one of our core styles, and that's the Erica dress. So welcome, Caitlyn.
Thank you.
Yes, she has a voice. Now, we've popped Caitlyn in Erica first because I think it's a really great place to start with really showcasing your figure as well. So I think if you can sort of see there on Caitlyn how we're saying that Caitlyn's got more petite on top and then going more into that pear shape. So I'll let you take over there, Caitlyn.
Perfect.
So I love with Erica with the fixed wrap. This is our fixed wrap that we call, and you can see how those tucks that go across the body are really flattering and showcase the shape. Now, Caitlyn, if you want to turn to the side as well, and you can see where that waistline is falling through in the back, so we've got really beautiful proportions here. Now, how are you feeling in that shape, Caitlyn?
I feel very comfortable in this.
Okay,
Yeah, it's very
great.
flattering.
Great. So where could you imagine wearing this?
Oh, I could wear this to work. I could wear it for cocktails after work.
Love it.
Transition out
So
for dinner.
what's your top little tip for transitioning, say, from work to cocktail?
Oh, probably nice pair of heels if you weren't already wearing them in the office.
Yep.
Maybe jazz up your jewellery
Yep.
and a little bit more makeup.
Oh, I like it. Very simple, very simple. So I think this is a great place to get started, but let's move on to the functioning wraps so that we can see those difference in styles. Now, we are still practicing the social distancing, which is why we'll navigate through this. But the next styles that we want to pop Caitlyn into are the functioning wraps. Now, I'm wearing a functioning wrap top, and what that means is that you have these ties where you can actually adjust to fit your shape. Now, if you are a pear shape, the functioning wraps are really going to be your friend because it means that you can kind of pull in to accentuate that waistline and then have that soft shape over your hip. Now, we're going to show you two different styles of functioning wrap dresses. We've got the Catherine wrap dress, which has got the A-line skirt, and then we've got the Robin wrap dress, which is a straighter silhouette, probably closer to Erica, and you've got those lovely tucks that kind of drape across the body. So let's get Caitlyn in the Catherine dress. I love this shape on you.
I do too.
This was one of the ones that we shot with. I think this might have been one of the first dresses that we had with you on campaign.
Yes, I think so.
And so again, you've got that functioning wrap. So can you sort of show the ladies how the ties work?
Yes, absolutely. So it's crossing across the waist. It's beautiful tie on the side, so plenty of crossover with the flap as well, which I love.
Yeah, it's great. And now again, so when we're talking about being that pear shape, this is where you can really accentuate that waistline. And I like how you've got the volume in the skirt, so it can just sort of softly drape over your hips. Now with that sleeve as well, because I think it's a great winter sleeve, but 176 tall, you've got plenty of length there.
I do, absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice and long.
And interestingly enough, this is one of those sleeves that it still really works on me at 165 tall as well. So do you want to do a little bit of a twirl?
Little twirly twirl.
Okay, let's try on the Robin dress and we can really show a different shape there. Now, the Robin dress, because she's still a functioning wrap, but she's straighter, it's really going to, not accentuate, but really show off those fabulous curves. And I know that Tracy, who works for us, and she's what she calls an elongated pear or skittle because of her height, and she's still got that pear shape. And I guess Caitlyn probably falls into that category as well. But the Robin dress is one of her favourites because the beautiful tucks on her silhouette really show off that shape. All right, let's get Caitlyn in and Robin. Oh, fabulous.
Yes.
How do you feel in this colour?
I actually really love this colour.
Yeah. I think what I love about the olive colour is I think that it gives it almost a bit more of a day look, because I think that the navies, I think, you know, the navy that you just had on in the print is fabulous, but I feel like the navies can be incredibly luxe, but can also look more formal, whereas this has got a great day look. You could pair that back with a tan I was thinking I had it on with the tan boot, but I think this is a great look. How do you feel about that length?
I quite like the length.
Yeah,
it's a real like in between.
It is
midi maxi.
midi length.
Yes,
that's it. And so I think on me that length is really more of a maxi style, but I love it. Gee, Caitlyn, that size 18 is perfect on you.
It is, yes.
And I think even if you turn to the side so that we can see the side seam of the skirt, it's not pulling at all. So I think this is definitely the right shape for Caitlyn. And again, because of her height, her hip position may actually in fact be falling a wee bit lower than where the dress is traditionally at that hip level, which is why those functioning wraps are still going to work so well on Caitlyn at the 18 and not needing to go to the 20 at all.
Perfect.
Fabulous.
Yes,
I love it.
Love it.
Great. Thanks, Caitlyn.
Thank you.
So the last dress that we wanted to show you is Caitlyn in the Isabella dress, because it's quite a different fabric and it's that much more structured. And this is where, you know, you may feel that you may be between sizes, but, you know, Caitlyn, again, you look absolutely spot on in that size 18.
Thank you. I feel very comfortable in this as well.
Yeah. And this is, you know, this is the style that we say, this is the style for business, right?
Yes,
the style means business. And I love how in this shape, you know, it's sculpting perfectly through your bust area.
Yes.
And it's still giving you that form, but you've got enough fullness over the hips.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about that length?
I enjoy the length. It's hitting just below the knee, I suppose. Yeah.
It's almost just on the knee, I would say.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
No, I'm quite comfortable with that.
Great.
Particularly with the tights on as well.
I was going to say, that's our top tip with, you know, if you're not feeling comfortable with that length, that opaque tight is a fabulous way to kind of do a little trick of the eye there.
Yes.
And can you turn to the back of that as well? So again, we're getting that lovely soft fit through the back, and then that soft fullness through the back area as well in the skirt just means that it's really creating that lovely silhouette. And obviously the feature of the dress
is the pocket.
The pockets!
The pockets!
But I think the reason why we call this the ideal business dress, it's the neckline. That chiseled neckline is always going to look really professional, and the way it's being constructed means that it keeps that neckline, you know, regardless of how many times you've washed her as well.
Beautiful.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
So big thank you to Caitlyn today for coming in for the fitting. We're going to show you the separates in a different video as well. So click across and check out the separates. And yeah, thank you for coming in, Caitlyn.